ला 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 ला, क्योंकि आईटी के भी रूप बदलते हैं, नए नए सॉल्यूशंस निकलते हैं, प्राइसिंग भी करना है, मार्केटिंग भी करना है, जग के साथ भी जुड़ना है, इसलिए सैस भी एक सॉल्यूशन है। Hey folks, Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very interesting video which is about Rategain and not an IPO review. This video is about understanding the business model of Rategain and understanding a very important concept of SaaS. Now, the moment I say this word SaaS, I'm sure you might be like, has it got something to do with "Kyunki SaaS bhi kabhi bahu"? No, it's got nothing to do with that. But SaaS and IT sound very familiar or very similar concepts, right? But is it same? Answer is no. There is a difference between IT and SaaS. What is the difference? Exactly that's what we are going to talk about in the next part of the video. Let me remind you all one more time that all these creative people are spammers. That's how my account looks like. Also remember, I never give my mobile number in any chat. I neither have an advisory nor do I give any stock tips. Now let's try and understand the difference between traditional IT and SaaS, that is nothing but software as a service, in a very simple manner. Okay, I'll give you my own example. Now, who am I? I'm a teacher and I'm an entrepreneur. What do I want to give as a service? I want to give educational services. To whom? To one person, two person? No, so many people wanting to learn from me, right? Now the big question in front of me is that I want a video streaming platform through which I can deliver my lectures to all these people who are wanting to learn from me, right? So what are the two possible avenues for me for this streaming softwares? Possibility number one is that I hire my own IT team, or I directly go to an IT company. Okay, I go to an IT company, I tell them all my specifications that I need A, B, C, I give them all my requirements. Now, what will that IT company do? They'll allocate 3-4 people as a team for that project, right? Then they will understand my requirements. They'll do a customized solution for me. Okay, then what will they do is they'll give me a timeline for that. Maybe 1 year, 1.5 year, and I'll have to wait till then. Okay, am I going to pay them some costs set up front? Yes. And when will I get my solution? Maybe after 1.5 year, because it's 100% customized thing that they're doing it for me. Okay. Versus, okay, before I talk about versus, let me just tell you quickly one basic point. What happens? I had tried to do this for me, and the cost that was told to me for my requirements was running more than 1 crore rupees. I was like, oh my god, that's a big cost. Option number two, my requirements were not actually very complex or not very highly customized. Requirements were not there. Okay, I needed a streaming platform which offered security and some additional features. So I tried to see whether an existing solution is available in the market or not. Okay, so there is this one service provider who said, Rachana, don't worry, we have a streaming software. Almost 90-95% of your requirements are already there in our software. So you can imagine a dhacha, a mold is already ready. Okay, 5% here and there, whatever are your requirements, we'll do it for you. We'll do minor changes for you. If you want an upside down change, complete revamp, we can't do that for you. But minor tweaks, we can do it for you. Okay, what they told me in return is that just pay us a monthly subscription, pay us a monthly fee. Okay, and if your number of students go beyond the limit, then per user you'll have to keep on paying more. More users will have to, they'll have to have more cloud space to adjust the data of all these users. Lesser number of students, if the students start shrinking, the cloud storage and all other expenses, related expenses, will also go on decreasing. Okay, so for me, is it a win-win situation? Yes. Why? Because I get the streaming software, I get that at a monthly rental. So roughly for me, in my real life also, roughly the cost is around 1 lakh rupees. 1 crore versus 1 lakh rupees. That's the big difference. Okay. Is it beneficial for that company? Now understand, that company who already has this streaming platform, is that going to be exclusively used by Rachana? No. Who can use that? Any teacher can use it, yes. Any person who wants to release a movie in a secured way can use it, yes. A yoga teacher who wants to teach yoga can use it, yes. A person who wants to teach Bollywood can use it, yes. Anyone who wants to who wants to deliver a content in audio visual platform or audio visual way can use their platform. In simple words, can I say, for that entity who made that platform, is there a huge possibility of scalability for them? Yes, they can scale up their business to a big level, right? This company which I was talking about is nothing but a class example of SaaS, which is nothing but software as a service. Now if you ask me, Rachana, in simple words, if you can tell us what is SaaS. SaaS is nothing but a third party application available over internet, and anyone who has a device can access it easily, seamlessly. Okay, number one. Number two, you might ask me, would it cost more than ITRA? No, I just now told you 1 crore versus 1 lakh. So is SaaS a much affordable solution for me? Yes. Number three, then you might be saying that, oh, are the margins less in SaaS? No, why? They are not having that headache of, having physical servers, dedicated team members for every single project. Are they customizing for each and every person? No, as I mentioned, one mold, one sacha, one dhacha is ready. Minor customization is required. So to sum it up, for such SaaS companies, development cost is less, support cost is less, and also the overall data cost is also less, making it a shade lucrative as compared to the traditional IT thing, right? Now, if I were to give you more examples on SaaS so that your comfort level goes on increasing, as I mentioned, two possibilities: buying a software versus taking a software on rent by paying a monthly subscription fee, and that too happens over the internet. So this is an example of what? SaaS, correct? One more example: buying a car versus renting a car on, let us say, Ola, Uber, Zoom car, whatever, again over the internet for what? A monthly subscription fee or pay per use kind of a thing, right? One last example, too many examples. Last. Okay. Either buying a hard disk or renting that space over a Google Drive. Right. That is also what? That is also a classic example of SaaS. Why? Again, happens over the internet, wherein you can pay a subscription fee. I'm sure everyone knows first 15 GB is free, but over and above that is absolutely, you will have to, pay for that extra amount. I hope concept with loads of examples, this is absolutely clear. Well, we did talk about SaaS in connection with education. We talked about SaaS in connection with cars. We talked about SaaS in connection with Google Drive. Now let's try and understand SaaS in connection with travel and hospitality segment. I'm sure that now COVID is easing out. The bunny inside you is ready to freak out and travel the whole world. Or I can say, Arya inside you wants to travel the whole world. In this case, what is your main requirement as a travel freak? You want the best hotel, you want the best flight, you want the best experience, and that too at the best possible price, right? These are requirements as a customer. What are the requirements of a hotel, or what are the requirements of an airline? Let's understand in this context. Okay, I'll give you an example of a hotel. Hotel wants to ensure that they are connected with various travel booking related websites. Like what? A hotel wants to ensure that they are very seamlessly connected with various booking sites. Like what? It can be booking.com, it can be Yatra, it could be Make My Trip and other websites. Okay. Now, what is the basic requirement here? Understand. Let's say a hotel is listed on all these websites and one of their room gets booked through, let's say, Make My Trip. Now that specific room has to become unavailable on all other websites, right? So can I say this is more like inventory management requirement? Absolutely yes. Same logic will appear for a airline also. Airline ticket also you can book from all websites, and if a specific seat gets booked through Make My Trip, then that seat has to become unavailable on all other websites. Is that also an example of inventory management? Absolutely yes. So primary requirement for any hotel or airline industry, right? Number one. Number two, hotels want to ensure that they are pricing their rooms in a proper way. Means what? They should neither be overcharging the client nor they should be undercharging the client. So they need intelligent inputs as to what is going around right now, what should be the ideal price for all my available rooms. So that input also the hotels require. Number 2. Number 3, very important, is that all the hotels, may it be big hotels, small hotels, especially in post-COVID scenario, everyone wants to go digital. Everyone has digital menu cards. They want to do contactless check-ins and so many more digital things required from the hotel's end, right? So for that, what does a hotel require? Hotel requires a good software. So they'll have to build that software. They'll have to hire that manpower. They'll have to have their servers ready with them. Do you think they're going to bear so much cost? No. What amazing thing it would be if there was a nice SaaS, especially for travel and hospitality industry. Any idea about which is the largest SaaS in India for travel and hospitality industry? If you want to know more about that, exactly that's what we are going to discuss in the next part of the video. So Rategain is India's largest SaaS company, SaaS, software as a service company, in the hospitality and travel segment. Now, which all points can be included under hospitality and travel segment? So their customers could be from which sectors? It could be from airlines, they could be from railways, they could be from car rentals, they could be like boats and ferries, they could be online travel agents, meta search companies, and so many more. Who founded Rategain? It was founded by Mr. Bhanu Chopra in 2004, and currently they're amongst the leading distribution technology companies globally, right? They also support 191,000 plus hotel properties, again at a global level. They're one of the largest aggregators of data points in the world. For which category? Hospitality and travel category. And currently their products are classified into 3 major things. Which 3 things? DaaS, distribution, and MarTech. Now let's try and understand an amazing part of their product list, which is DaaS, Data as a Service. Now, what is this and why is it important? For that, I'll give you a very simple example. Go back 20 years in your life and assume that you had to plan a nice travel to, say, Kolkata. Okay. Now, how would you do all your bookings? You would call some travel agent. That travel agent you might get through your reference, maybe through your neighbor or relative. You'll call that person. You'll ask that person that you have to do all the bookings, be it the air, rail, travel, whatever, hotel booking, everything that person will do for you. And that person will convince you that this is the best hotel in Kolkata, exclusively for you. And you will be like, wow, amazing. You land up in Kolkata, you go there, and then you find that maybe just a hotel 2 streets away was much cheaper for you. But then why did that person recommend the hotel to you? Because he was getting the best commission in that hotel, right? This was what used to happen 20 years ago. Now, today, what do? Do you book a hotel just because your neighbor tells that it is the best hotel? Absolutely not. You definitely check out a bunch of hotels through what? First, you'll check through your laptop. Then you will see that, oh, maybe I might get a better deal if I try to check on my tab. Then maybe you feel that I might get a better deal if I try to do on my mobile. And maybe you try to do this booking over different places as well, using different IPs, right? That is the awareness level of a customer right now. Okay, now you can imagine, step into the shoes of a hotel owner now. Okay, now hotel owner has so many price points to give. One price point, he has to ensure that his hotel's price is the best price. I mean the competitive price, right? That should not be very different on a tab or on a mobile or on a laptop. The price should not be very different on his website. On the website, if that same hotel is listed on Make My Trip, on Trivago, on booking.com or whatever, the price parity, the price difference should not be very high. Okay. Plus, he wants to ensure that his hotel rooms sell like hotcakes. Now, who can give so much data to the hotel owner? He will go crazy analyzing all these things. Now, you can imagine, can there be a solution? Yes, that is nothing but data as a service. And who is providing that? Rategain provides this. So now you can imagine something like a checklist, a day's checklist. So Rategain can just provide this checklist at the start of the day to the hotel owner. What does hotel owner has to do? Hotel owner has to check, okay, I have to price this category of room at this price, that category of room at this price, and he just has to click approve. Something like that. Once it is approved, all the prices will get updated at just 1 or 2 clicks on what? On all the platforms and on all the websites. Is the life of the hotel owner made very easy? Answer is absolutely yes. And that too, it will ensure that hotel owner's inventory is not it's not stale. The rooms are absolutely booked. I hope you have understood the base concept of data as a service. Well, like I talked about in the previous segment, who are their potential clients? They are hotels. But are only hotels their clients? No. Who could be the potential other clients? Like I had discussed in the previous segment of the video, they could be airline companies, they could be car rental companies, cruise, online travel agents, vacation rentals, and a few more. Right now, what are the two major revenue models for the company? Two major revenue models are either a subscription model or it could be subscription plus pay per use. Okay, now let me just go in a little bit detail one by one. The very first one is for the hospitality sector. For the hospitality sector, they have only a subscription model. But if I'm talking about online travel agent company customers, or it could be airlines, car rentals, vacation packages, they for this category they run a hybrid model wherein they'll pay a subscription. Subscription means what? Pay every month or every year plus a pay per use. Now what could be this pay per use? This amount the customer will pay for accessing additional data points. Okay, now how much data points can this company offer to all their customers, clients? This is an unimaginable number. This company, Rategain SaaS, has tracked over 5.83 billion price points across 2,900 hotels, online travel agencies, airline, cruise lines, car rentals as of 30th June 2021. Again, let me repeat, 5.83 billion price points have been analyzed by Rategain. So now you can imagine why artificial intelligence is required. Humans will not be able to access this huge data point, right? So AI, machine learning, all these things will help Rategain to tell their clients that what should be our ideal price point. And one last point I would like to add is that active customers that this business has is 1,188 as of June 30th, 2021, as compared to 945 as at 31st March 2019. Now let's understand the concept of distribution with the help of a very simple example. Okay, assume that I am an owner of a small hotel in Chennai. Okay, anyone who comes to my hotel, I'm going to go like, "Vanakkam, eppadi irukeenga? Nalla irukku? Seri. Okay, but the big question was that how did that customer find my hotel, or how did I make my hotel visible to so many people across the world? Okay, for that, if you remember, we had discussed a similar example that my hotel is connected to the various online travel websites through what? A bridge. And that connecting bridge was offered by Rategain. Okay, this was an example that I gave only in Indian context. Now let us go on a global level. Okay, let's take this example. Assume that Australia is touring India for a cricket match. Okay, now all those Indians who are living in Australia, Desh Bhakti jaag ke aaye, and they want to come to India without any excuse. Right, now the big question: who am I? That hotel owner in Chennai. Where is my customer? Sitting in Australia. Okay, isn't there a big gap? Exactly. And I need someone to connect these two ends. Right, who is going to help me establish that connection? That is Rategain, and Rategain is going to provide this connection. That's what I'm talking about. What? Distribution. Is this example clear? Now I can say anything. Instead of Australia touring India, it could be England touring India. It could be any other country touring India. And I have to ensure, who am I? That small hotel owner in Chennai. I have to ensure that my hotel is visible in Australia and on their Make My Trip version. I have to ensure that my hotel is visible in Europe, in Europe's Make My Trip version, or any other country's their version of Make My Trip, or any other website. I hope this is very clear as to how Rategain is helping those hotels to gain a nice visibility across the globe. So all in all, I hope from the previous example you have understood that as a hotel owner, I will be happy to pay money to Rategain for helping me to set a right price at the right date, in the right currency, and showing my hotel to the right customer. Okay, Are they also going to give a confirmation to the customer for the booking? Absolutely yes. Okay. Now they have two primarily products in the distribution segment. Which are the two products of Rategain? Number one, they have Resgain, which is a subscription based model, and number two, they have one more product which is known as the Disco Switch, that is based on a transaction model. In just to simplify the second one, more and more transactions that happen on the websites, on the OTA websites, higher the transactions, higher will be the revenue generated by Rategain. So it will be surely beneficial for Rategain if they are connecting more and more hotels to more and more OTAs across the globe. Now let's start with analyzing the third segment, that is MarTech. And what is MarTech? Marketing technology. Okay. Now what has Rategain done till now for the hotel owners? Let's understand. Very first thing, they help the hotel owners to decide what right price should they portray for their various rooms. Through which type of segment? Through the DaaS segment. Okay. Second, they help the hotel owners to make themselves visible not only to customers in India but also to customers across the globe. How did they do this? By the distribution segment. And the third segment is nothing but MarTech, which is going to act like a social media marketing for the hotels. Okay. Now let us again take a simple example for this. Assume that I'm a customer in Pune, and I'm fed up with this October heat in Pune. So I'm wanting to go to a nice cool place, maybe somewhere in Kashmir. I log on to my Instagram and I start searching for nice photos in Kashmir. Now there are many options that will be visible in front of me. Final decision as to which hotel to book is my decision. And for that, ideally, the hotel should be able to influence me with nice pictures, with how the hotel looks. I want to live that experience in Kashmir. And who is going to help the hotel? Rategain is going to help the hotel. Through which segment? Through the MarTech segment. Okay. So assume that I am flipping through various hotels and I finalize one hotel. I love the pictures. I want to take that experience. I book the hotel. Okay. Now what happens as a next step is Rategain will inform the hotel that okay, Rachana Ranade has booked a room in your hotel, and it's going to be like, oh my god, okay, this is too much, not that much excitement, but Rachana Ranade has booked a room in your hotel. Now what Rategain will do is they will try and analyze my profile, and maybe they'll understand, oh, Rachana is a music lover and she loves to play guitar. Okay, they will inform this to whom? To the hotel. Now the hotel owner will ensure that whenever I check in the room, a nice guitar is placed in my room. Okay, now you can imagine what an amazing surprise I will get the moment I check into the hotel in Kashmir. I open the room door and tada, an amazing guitar is there right in front of my eyes. Will I be happy? Yes. Immediately, what is the next thing I'm going to do? Selfie with a guitar. Okay, and I'm going to say, feeling very happy in Lala Lala Hotel in Kashmir. Am I happy? Yes. Is the hotel owner happy that their customer is happy? Yes. Is Rategain going to be happy because they have made the customer and the hotel owner happy? Yes. This is a classic example of what? A win-win situation. So all in all, in the MarTech space, I can say that they are acting as a social media marketing for the various hotels. What all services do they provide under this segment? Just to sum it up, they provide services like target content marketing, influencer tracking, 24/7 monitoring, personalized experiences, and analytics and reporting. What is the revenue model? In this segment, they have a subscription based model. Okay. As at 30th June 2021, they are providing this MarTech solution to 311 active customers. And as per the Hotel Tech report, it's one of the famous website to evaluate hotel softwares. Rategain are number one social media management provider for hotels globally as on 30th June 2021. Now let's talk about certain risks involved. The very first one is customer concentration risk. Their DRHP mentions that 10 major customer groups represent 37.01% of their revenue as at 31st March 2021. To be honest, I personally feel that 37% revenue from top 10 customers is not a huge risk as such. Second risk is market concentration. So the revenue generated through markets like North America, Europe currently represents 79.74% of their revenue as at 31st March 2021. The third risk is third party involvement. So basically, Rategain also uses certain third party applications, or you can say third party data centers, cloud computing solutions. So if something goes south in the third party providers, it can impact Rategain as well. Fourth risk is data handling risk is subject to certain laws and regulations. So if certain laws and regulations restrict certain data points under the name of privacy issues maybe, then it can impact Rategain in some way. And the last one that I would want to discuss is travel providers may seek to reduce the reliance on third-party distributors like Rategain. So to give you a simple example, let's say there are certain low-cost airlines. They may say that I don't want to go to a third-party distributor. I would myself ensure that my tickets are listed only on my website, and I'll see how to do SEO and all that. So if this trend keeps on continuing, then it might impact companies like Rategain. I'm sure that everyone might be under the confusion that, oh my god, market is at an all-time high and why are we discussing all these companies like Rategain? But please be sure that even if market is at an all-time high right now, one industry which has been badly hit is the travel tourism hospitality industry. That industry has just started to recover, and as more and more vaccinations take place, this industry will start booming to a further level. Now the hotel owners, I don't think will prefer to start building their own newer and newer IT capabilities. Instead of doing that, they might turn to SaaS as a solution. And in this case, Rategain will stand to gain. So I hope you have enjoyed this video on understanding SaaS and understanding how a company like Rategain provides good solutions to the travel and hospitality industry. If you have loved this video, don't forget to share it with your friends and relatives. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye.